Hey everyone, sorry I'm not able to make it to class today, but I do still have a presentation for you guys, so I hope you enjoy it. Today I'm going to be speaking a little bit about Frank Ghery and his house in Santa Monica, which he created in 1978. His house is significant for many different reasons, and it's iconic. It's known all over the world. Frank Ghery was born in Toronto, but most of his time was spent in California, which he's done several projects, and he went to school. He still owns his house in Santa Monica, which I'll share with you in a second. Ghery is my favorite architect and is regarded as one of the most influential architects living today. Because of the sophistication of his firm, he's able to complete projects all around the world, although he does take residency only in America. Most of you heard his name, different projects. He has one building which I really like, Manhattan on the west side, the IAC building. He has projects in Hong Kong, Mexico, all over the world. So this is Frank Ghery's Santa Monica house, which he built in 1978. It's not your traditional house, and basically what he did is he created this exterior shell around the house which he was living in with his family. He did this because he wanted more space for his family as they grew and his kids, but also because he was experimenting with a new style, which some call deconstructivism or structuralism. This is really a term that critics refer to, post-structuralism. It goes beyond the structural definition, and this is kind of a clear example of that. What's so significant is that he experiments with his own home, places where he resides, and he was really testing out this new form of architecture. This house was originally a Dutch colonial bungalow, and all of his ideas for this style originated here. Another reason why this is so significant is because he makes use of off-the-shelf materials. If you take a look here, this is just a drawing from an aerial view. This was the original house over here, and then he takes this exterior shell and puts it around this house. Like I said, he makes use of these off-the-shelf materials, which he actually physically goes and purchases from Home Depot. And he creates this pop art sculpture from these materials and from his own home. Here's another picture and drawing of it. This pink here was his existing house, and you can tell these materials, which is metal and plywood, were put in around the house. This is a floor plan. Just from the top, looking at it, you can see the drawings of the foundation and the walls, which were originally here, and then here is the new addition to this structure, or this new shell that he created. Here's another interior picture, and you can just tell, you have enormous ceilings and just a beautiful, beautiful home. This house really did put Ghery on the map. What he does is he violates all principles of modern architecture to date. He creates these new angles that, violate what a house really is. No one would ever think that from the exterior or the outside, from street view, that this is even a house. He upsets a lot of neighbors while creating this. As you can probably imagine, a lot of the houses in the neighborhood look nothing like this, and it totally stands out as a piece of art, not just a home. Here we could take another look at the picture of the existing home, and then this addition of this exterior shell over here. You have all different types of metals, sheet metals, wood, different fencing he creates, and here's kind of a little backyard which he wanted for his kids. Here's another building which I really, really adore. This building is on the west side. It's called the IAC building, and it was built for a media company. CEO Barry Diller, very outlandish guy, wanted Frank Ghery to kind of put his corporate brand on their new headquarters, which is on the west side. It's meant to look like a sail of a sailboat. And like I said, Ghery is regarded as one of the most influential architects living today, and although many architects and critics really do praise him, a lot of people and a lot of critics have said that he's in the service of kind of corporate branding. And you know, some CEOs and executives who are designing their buildings, and for example, Mark Zuckerberg tapped into, you know, create their headquarters. You know, they want this brand of Frank Ghery because he is such an icon and such a symbol in the industry. And some people may think of him like that, but I just think he's awesome, and that's really why he's one of my favorite architects. You know, he started from nothing, and he made a mark on the entire industry. So I hope you guys enjoy the presentation. If you ever see any of these buildings, you know, I hope you can relate to this post-structuralism architecture and the way that Ghery goes against any real principles of you know, architecture which came before him. Thanks.